What's going on, everybody? For USA Muay Thai, my name's Nate Freeman. I am joined by David Serrano, the 71 kilo gold medalist. He defeated Ryan Sternberg by KO and defeated Brandon Masonette by TKO in the finals to earn his spot on the U.S. national team. David, how are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Can't complain.
Perfect. Great.
Yeah, let's dive right into it. Like I mentioned, you,
Yep.
I believe, are the only fighter in the tournament to have picked up 2 finishes. So talk to me about your entire experience, not only with the competition itself, but the experience of just being a part of USA Muay Thai in the national championships.
Sweet. Well, I mean, I've been competing for about 2-3 years now. I've been training for a while. I only have about 9 fights amateur wise. So going into this national fight, or the one that I did, I was a little questionable about what was going to happen, but I felt ready and I felt prepared for it. And I don't know. I mean, I'm excited with what came out, and hard work really does pay off.
Absolutely, yeah. And I don't know, it felt like when I was watching that everything that you were throwing was hitting in some way. Like you seemed to be touching both of your opponents with everything that you threw.
Right.
Did you feel like did you feel on when you, oh, I've got this? Because it looked like it.
Well, as soon as I kind of step into that ring, I just I'm not sure what crawls in me or something, but I just don't feel like it's actually me in there. But I don't know. I felt really like emotionless. I felt just really comfortable, really confident at the end when I was in there and I was ready to get going. At the end, kill or be killed. So I mean, I was ready for anything.
Yeah. Well, that sounds great. And
Yeah.
obviously, you're going to be going to Thailand to represent us.
Yes, sir.
Talk to me about, is this your first trip to Thailand? I feel like that's the pilgrimage that every Thai fighter has to make.
Yeah.
So was this your first time going there?
This is definitely my first time, and I'm very excited about that. So yeah, this will be my first time.
Talk to me about talk to me about some of the things that you're excited about. Obviously, you're excited about the competition,
Right.
but
But
maybe
also,
outside of
also
yeah.
representing the Team USA. I mean, it's honestly an honor. It's an honor for I can go out there and fight, and then the top of the like a world stage. It's honestly really incredible. I don't know. I'm just really excited for that. Really proud. I mean, I'm interested in watching the culture over there. Interested in seeing what kind of styles they bring to the table, and hopefully we can come up with that win.
Yeah. And what does it mean for you having family move here from El Salvador, um, being a first generation? I think that's first
Yep.
generation.
Yep.
Yeah, American. Um, what does it mean for you to represent the USA and put the American flag on your back?
I mean, like I said, it's an honor to achieve. I mean, it's an honor to do this from fighting because I love fighting. It gives me a chance to represent the athletes before me and lead the way to the next generation of fighters. I mean, for my mom and for my family who came over here, they gave me the biggest step, and to repay them back with the way that I love, honestly, it's amazing. I couldn't be more proud of myself, and I couldn't be more proud of my family for making that big step to coming over here and giving it all to me.
Absolutely. Talk to us a little bit about that journey. What did it look like? Um, and how did you end up in California?
Right.
And then, yeah, just talk to us about the journey going from El Salvador,
Right.
your family going from El Salvador
Yeah.
to.
Well, they came a long time ago. I wasn't really born yet, but the thing is that they came when they were like their early teens. There was war going on, and they just were looking for a better place. And they obviously did. Me and my other 3 brothers were born in California. We moved to New York, and then now we're here in Colorado. And yeah, I mean, That's basically it. I didn't really get to vision it. Because I wasn't there. But my mom and dad came from a really hard childhood because of the war that was going on. It's really poor over there. They really had to work for everything they had. So, yeah.
And how does that background sort of shape who you are, both as a person and as an athlete?
Well, seeing my mom and my dad as, I mean, honestly, I see them as heroes because working super hard for what they have now and just seeing them as amazing human beings makes me just want to follow up and makes me want to pursue that and just continue that.
Awesome. Yeah. So you've mentioned you've been training in
Yes.
Muay Thai for a while now. You've been competing for the past 2 or 3 years. I'd love to hear about your journey, not only about once you started training, like that whole process of how you've gotten into competition and how you got to where you are today, but how you got started in Muay Thai, like what made you interested in it in the first place, and what made you fall in love with it.
Right. Well, I had a very hard time growing up, and one of my principals brought me to my gym, which is now Samikani Jiu-Jitsu, and since then it's just been it's just been forward since then. I was always like, I guess, fighting in school, and I know it wasn't the best place to do it. And when I went to that gym, I just honestly really fell in love. And then, as well as my brother, my older brother, started his Muay Thai career a while ago. He doesn't do it now, but he did that, and I just got inspired because he was always the bigger brother, and I would always just follow up what he was doing. So that's where it all started.
And at what point did you realize that, oh, I'm actually good at Muay Thai? I'm not just doing it for fun, but I'm actually good at it, and I can compete and win and represent my country in Muay Thai.
I honestly think that happened when I went to nationals because I was always questioning myself when I was like, because I've only had a few fights, so it was always been amateur. It's always been like low records, and since I got there, I was like, okay, maybe I can actually really do this, and I can really go big on it. But I've always felt where I always had that confidence, but until like that national tournament, I definitely felt like I can do this.
Great, yeah.
Yeah.
So then, let's just do some really quick rapid fire questions. Just, I guess maybe the first thing that comes to your mind. Um, First question is, what is your favorite striking technique?
A low kick.
I saw that a lot in your fights. That makes perfect sense.
Yeah. Yeah, a low kick and a jab. I like a jab.
uh, I'm
sorry?
Yeah, your jab was landing well too. Yeah.
Thank you.
Your favorite book or movie?
My favorite book is called Mental Combat. It's by Phil Pierce or something like that. That's probably one of my favorite books. And a favorite movie, I'd say. Oh, I'm sorry.
I think there's a bit of a lag. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think it's a lag. My favorite movie would probably be. That's a tough one. Probably Nemo. Nemo.
That's fun. Your favorite Muay Thai athlete, and then if you have a different favorite athlete overall, your favorite athlete.
My favorite Muay Thai athlete probably Sanchai. I've learned a lot of his flow, and I've learned how I've mimicked some of his skills. And overall, my favorite is probably Israel Adesanya. He has a very unique style that he's brought, like mostly off footwork, but he has that unique style that no one really has seen until he got known. So probably him.
And he's competing this weekend.
He's competing this weekend.
Trying to get his belt back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have him getting his belt back?
I do. I hope so. But anything can happen at a fight. So.
And then you mentioned Sanchai as well. I know that you did some training with him. So tell me about that experience and what you learned from him. And yeah.
So he came up here at Denver. I got to take one of his courses. I learned some of his basic moves, which are really, really, I mean, they're basic, but they're really dangerous at the same time. And I was trying to ask him this one question, which was, what are his emotions before coming into a fight? He wasn't able to answer it, but I've always stuck with that question. So hopefully sooner or later I can meet him again and ask him that question.
Yeah, and hopefully you find the answer. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you had advice for yourself, just starting out in Muay Thai, being in the position you are now, what would you say to yourself?
You'll get what you put in. That was what I'll tell myself. And don't be scared and just keep doing you and enjoy the journey.
All right. Well, before I let you go, I want to give you the floor. A, how can people follow you on social media? B, I know that this trip to Thailand costs money, and that it takes a village to get people to this competition. So, how can people support you? How are
Okay.
people supporting you? I'll give you the floor to shout out any coaches,
Okay.
teammates, anything like that.
Sounds good. Well, people can find me on my Instagram, Serrano0240. And my coach and I made a GoFundMe app. It's on my Facebook, and I usually posted it. We made the money now with our whole communication, or with our whole community. So we're all set with that. But I want to shout out to people who supported and who donated and who shared it. I really, it's honestly a really big honor to see how much support I got. And yeah, I mean, I thank you all. So.
Absolutely. This has been David Serrano. He's going to be competing in the IFMA Worlds at 71 kilos. David, thank you so much for your
Thank you.
time and best
Thank
of
you.
luck in May.
Thank you.
All right.
Sounds good, man.